Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and this could be a big deal for T-Mobile. So SpaceX just got granted a special temporary authorization from the FCC to do statewide testing in Oregon, Nevada, and Kansas. And this is the direct-to-cell testing. So what I believe they need to do, they need to test this. Right? The whole talk about the interference. If I was SpaceX, Starlink, T-Mobile, whatever, I would test this service at the higher power levels that they want to put it at. And that is the best way to show and share with the FCC, hey, look, we ran the service at this power level, and these are the results. It did not cause any interference. That I think at this point, right, at this stage where it's at with this special waiver, this is the way to get that approved. If they can run this, and this is statewide for Oregon, Nevada, and Kansas, they can test statewide. If they can produce testing and they can show it in the numbers that it does not cause interference, I mean, they almost certainly will get that special waiver approved. But with this testing, if they cannot prove that it does not cause interference, then, I mean, they're back to square one. They can still launch the service. I just want to throw this in there. They can still launch the service without the waiver, right? I want to put that out there. They just can't launch it at that higher power level that they want to put it at. So then we start having that conversation again that it's text only, right? It's supposed to be only launched in areas where there are no terrestrial networks, right? So there are some people that are under the impression that T-Mobile is going to use this in areas where they don't have coverage, but Verizon and AT&T have native coverage, so that's where the interference comes in. T-Mobile is saying no. T-Mobile is saying they're only going to operate this in areas where there are no terrestrial networks. And that includes AT&T and Verizon. So that tells you T-Mobile still has a lot of building to do, right? They're not just going to use this, if they're going to operate it this way, they're not just going to use that satellite to fill their coverage gaps. They're only going to use this, according to documents, they're only going to use this in areas where there are no terrestrial networks, according to the filings. Now, if this testing shows proof that, hey, look, there is no interference, we're using the PCS, we're using it at the power level that we're trying to get a special waiver for, then, we might have that situation where this service does kick in, even in areas where Verizon and AT&T have native coverage. Quite possible. I don't know if that's the outcome that T-Mobile is looking for, to maybe get ahead on, close the coverage gap quicker before they can maybe get native coverage out there, right? Because some of these areas are just going to require native towers. Satellite can only do so much. If there's a lot of data pool, and if T-Mobile wants to fully grow and take share in that area and do the FWA thing, they can't do that with the satellite. So the satellite is just a Band-Aid, if you will, in some of the areas where they want to compete against Verizon and AT&T. Now, in the areas where there are no terrestrial networks, okay, now this is a different solution. This is the solution that they've been waiting on, and this makes the statement true, end all dead zones. That's really what they're looking for. So if you're in a mountain and there's no cellular coverage, this should suffice, right? That's the whole thinking and planning and strategizing behind it. But we still don't know. We have to wait and see. Let's let them, finish this testing statewide across Oregon, Nevada, and Kansas, and then we have to go from there. Hopefully, they are able to test at those higher levels that they're trying to get a waiver for. If I was them, I would try to sneak that in. Somehow, some way, I would try to sneak that in so I can show proof, show numbers, and testing like, hey, look, we are not causing interference by running it at this higher power level. If I mean, that's what they're saying, right? They're confident. They're saying it's not going to cause it. They have to show proof. And I think this special temporary authorization from the FCC will allow SpaceX to test and show proof that it does not cause interference. So let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know if you think T-Mobile is getting closer to maybe getting that waiver approved, or SpaceX at least, and that this service can launch with the data, the calling, the texting, right? If they can't get that special waiver approved, I'll be very honest to close out the video. I don't think data and calls are going to be a thing on this service. If they launch it without that, it's just probably going to be text, and that's about it. And I don't even know, to be honest, right, if somewhere down the line T-Mobile's looking to monetize, charge for this, put it on a higher plan where you have to get into the premium plan to get it for free. I don't even know if they can do that at that point. If it's just texting, I don't think it's valuable enough to anyone to pay for it. Maybe some specific people that actually go out on the hikes and the mountain biking, and they go to those areas quite frequently, they might see the value in that. But the average person, without calling and the data, right, they might not see the value in it. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets as a Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.